I do not recognize that name, but let's take a look at what we just got for Gwent cards. Eva something. And it is not a Northern Realms card, which is unfortunate because we've definitely been focusing almost exclusively on Northern Realm cards. I'm actually not even sure if we have enough other cards to even play using a different type of deck. Let's see. So it is a Scoia'tael card. It's a 6. In the range row, doesn't look like she has any other abilities, but a 6 is pretty high. That's not bad. Actually, quite good. Okay, so that's cool. Are there other people in this general area that we'd like to talk to? Somehow I just knew that. I could tell. Ooh. That's actually a useful stuff. Let's do this. Get a better sense as to what we're looking for. Over here. Ooh. More liquor. Don't mind if I do. And potentially some other materials that might be worth breaking down into stuff. Now, I suppose the correct order of operations, if you will, would be to loot everything and then go to those smiths to break things down into components. I was about to take that, but that's not really something we want to do. Lena, you have a name, which suggests that you might be someone of importance that we might want to talk to, except you don't want to talk to us. I feel mildly offended. Hey, dude. Okay, and now we'll maybe check this outskirts building first, and then we'll go to the one where we presumably will run into the quest that we are looking for. That? Also not bad. Are we igniting something from inside the house, even though that something is outside the house? I think so. Can't loot the books? No. Okay. Yeah, we lit that from inside the house. It pays to be a witcher. Okay. So now let's check this place out. Let's see what the deal is here. This is the person we're looking for, I think. I recognize that name.
Found him. What do you want?
Hear about your notice. I'm a witcher. When do you last see your wife?
5 days passed, before dawn. On my way out to hunt, she were asleep. I come back, found no sign of her.
Okay.
Notice anything strange? Maybe her behavior?
No, she were her happy, smiling self. Nothing different than late. She's not run off, if that's what you're asking.
Okay.
Maybe she went to the neighboring village, forgot to tell you.
No, my sister were never gone this long before.
Tried looking for her?
Asked round the village, none saw her go. She must have left when they were still sleeping. Told her time and again not to wander off on her own.
Does sound a little
She never
werewolfy.
listened.
I must have some menfolk to scour the woods. Nothing.
I'll look in the woods. You might have missed something.
She
Ask around.
mysteriously
Does
disappeared.
she have any friends?
Hannah keeps to herself mostly. Watches the blacksmith's young'uns at times. And in the village, Glenna, the butcher's wife, she likes her best.
Thanks.
Okay.
I'll try to find her, but no promises.
Okay. Now, I'd like to maybe
Let us mourn in peace.
loot everything that you own. And then, and only then, will we search for your missing wife. Yeah, it was a little odd how you seemed not to be too concerned about trying to find her. But yeah, you know, she disappeared. I asked a few people, but I haven't really gone looking for her. I'm a hunter, it's kind of what I do, but I didn't do it because reasons.
Some malady's trying to grip me.
Excuse me? I saw more loot.
Oh.
Okay. So now let's see where this is taking us. Somewhere in the woods. Up here. Further north. Where we have not yet been. So yeah, let's check that out. I'm intrigued. And this sounds like roach business.
Let's go.
Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, do we actually talk to other people first? Those people that you were saying were friends with her? Kind of, sort of, but not really? Now, maybe we can talk to
Greetings.
Glenna.
You Glenna?
Aye. But gristle and marrow is all I'm willing to sell, and you'll have to wait till I'm done carving it.
You the butcher's wife?
Butcher? Please. Might have called him a butcher when we lived in the shade of Novigrad's walls. Now he deals in carrion, fallen animals. Their bones still fit for soup. So, buying something?
That's not exactly the best sales pitch I've ever heard.
Wanted to talk to you about Hannah. Hear you were friendly.
She come by at times? We talk?
Everyone's
She seems
awfully
strange
cagey.
lately. Any idea where she might have gone?
Strange. No? A cheerful soul always. If I'm to judge, it's the wolves got her. Been howling
See?
in the nights
I
too lately.
knew it.
Even the Baron's men are feared to come by. Hannah must have gone to the wood to gather mushrooms, maybe. Strayed too deep and the howlers got her.
Okay, okay.
Thanks. Farewell.
I tend to agree with you, Glenna, but we shall see. Oh?
Wow. My dad used to make swords like yours. Can I touch it?
It's sharp.
Probably, yeah,
Better not.
not the best thing
Need
to
to
do.
talk to your father.
I forged swords once. Now it's sides and O's. For good arms, you'll need to go to Novigrad.
Everyone's like, yeah, see, I kinda am practicing this trade, but also I'm terrible at it, so don't come to me if you're looking for business.
Wanted to ask you about Hannah. Heard she looked after your children.
Aunt Hannah? Do you know where
Aunt?
she is?
Hannah?
No, that's why I'm here. She maybe tell you where she was going, or anything else?
She said turnips are healthy and we ought to eat them. I saw her go to the forest with another lady. It was dawn
Oh?
almost. I'd gone out so I wouldn't wet the pallet.
The forest? She's done for.
Why?
A huge pack roams the area. None from the village dares go in the forest. Neelan's only one not afeared, but then he's a hunter.
Okay. But yeah, who was this other person?
Did you get a good look at the other woman? Know who it was?
No. She walked in front of Aunt Hannah. I couldn't see.
Okay, I mean, if she walked in front of Aunt Hannah, then presumably you saw this other person rather than Aunt Hannah, but
Thanks.
okay.
Farewell.
Okay. And then I thought there was one more person that we could talk to before heading out, but it might be just saying, like, hey, you have all the information you need, so go now. Is that the case? Search for signs of Hannah in the woods using Witcher senses. Yeah, I think so. Okay. So let's save here, because it's been a while. And then we will be on our way. We're doing that. First sign of things of some variety. Can't tell what they are from here, but... Oh, some goats! There's that! The goats get her? What it says? Little hut? The shopkeeper? Even though it's locked? Odd. Very odd. Oh. Princess! Oh, that's sweet. Maybe Princess did it. Oh. Now, generally, bad things happen in graveyards. So, yeah. You know, I can't say I'm surprised to see that there's a person there. I can say that I'm, again, a little bit surprised at the lack of other stuff. Those appear to be drowners, but that is not the direction we're looking to go in. I think that's mostly an aside. Probably some enemies will end up fighting it at some point, but this looks like a little bit of a clearing. It's definitely not in the same area. Still need to go a bit further, but I was intrigued. Now I think we are getting close. We appear to be in the woods proper at this point, now deviating from the path. Okay. Yeah, my guess is that those are the wolves that we're looking for. The wolf pack. Or at least we assume it's a wolf pack. We are technically looking for signs of things to happen to her. I would assume that whatever happened probably happened close to those wolves. That doesn't mean necessarily that we won't find stuff here. Granted, I'm not seeing anything. But it is looking more and more like we just beeline it for these guys. They're sitting, all of them. They don't yet appear to be... Okay, I was going to say they don't yet appear to be adversarial. They do now. Okay, almost one down. Yes, one down. Oh, no, you can't touch us when we're yodeling. It's against the rules. It's against the Witcher convention. Tried to warn you. Tried to warn you. Okay, now what? Hello?
What are you doing here?
You're the person we saw in
Shouldn't be
town.
the forest alone.
I
thought-
came to tell you. You needn't look for Hannah. She'd have returned long past were she alive.
Right, because she was actually
I'll
one of
pay
those
you
wolves,
twice
and we
Nealon's
just
pledge.
took her out.
Just tell the man his Hannah's dead.
Don't want to know what happened to her?
He knows.
I've no illusions, Witcher. In Velen, you're gone as long as she's been. You don't come back.
You're trying to
Hannah's
cover something
dead
up.
for certain. Nealon ought to accept his loss. Move on with his life.
Yeah, what is this all about, though?
Strange. People usually prefer to know the fate of their loved ones, whatever the cost.
What good
Yeah.
will it do? I'll not get my sister back. And Nealon's all I got left. I can't lose him too. And, well, he'll not rest till he avenges his Hannah, even if it eats up his life. The man deserves better.
Okay, and now I see the point you're trying to make. That, in truth, it's better if we just, well, we'll try to avenge her if he finds out what actually happened to her. But I feel like if we don't find out what happened to her, then he's going to be tracking her down or trying to track her down and hunting through the forest and get himself in trouble. Because he's a hunter. He's going to be out here. He's going to be tempted. Well, I think I disagree with you.
Sorry, not in the habit of leaving jobs undone.
Folks speak true about you Witchers. You're heartless beasts.
Now, granted, you could certainly make the case that she might know best. Since she's
No man did
familiar
this.
with Hannah.
Cuts, made with long claws. Flesh torn clear off.
Yikes.
This is getting interesting.
Okay. Could be Hold on, we'll loot the stuff that we have done already. Or the monsters, or the wolves that we just took down. And then we will investigate further. Okay. Let's see. This looked interesting. It's an oddly shaped stone. Doesn't really look natural. Apparently, it is not of any import. Now, these tracks do seem important.
Claw marks. Deep.
Okay. Assume they are headed in direction. And they head here, of course, but then we should backtrack up there. Here-ish? Seem to disappear after that. This did look like an odd patch of something earlier. Doesn't appear to be notable now. Okay. Not immediately seeing where that next thing is. Could be. It is not near that other thing that we were looking at, although usually that's the way it works. One clue kind of leads you in the direction of another hello. I'm sorry, I can't. Too helpless. You don't deserve it. Oh. Oh, okay. So it does keep going this way.
Smell of a rotting corpse. Blood spattered all around.
Alright,
Must
now
be
it's sounding
Anna.
Al Ghouly.
Torn to pieces, literally.
Okay.
Werewolf. No doubt about it. Gotta be careful.
Okay. Werewolf, yes. But I was expecting that she would have turned into a werewolf. Not that she was just absolutely obliterated by werewolves. So it is still telling us to look in this same general area. Oh? Is this the same stuff?
Blood and paw marks. Wonder where they lead.
Up this tree would seem to be the answer.
Shit. Climbed the tree. I can't get up there. Maybe find something else on the ground.
Okay.
Shit. Climbed
Okay,
the
well,
tree.
that's the same thing.
I can't get up there. Maybe find something else on the ground.
I mean, it's kind of wondering. I don't see any wolves up there. But, might we be able to say, like... commit arson? The stone, of all things, appears to have gotten a little burnt. But not the tree. Is odd. Okay, we're looking for something to knock it down from the tree or help us get up. Would have thought like a big stick. There is this not as big tree right next to it, which did come to mind, but let's see if there's anything else that is
Tough to
obvious.
Whatever lost it hasn't bathed in a while.
Yeah, it's not terribly telling. I thought I just saw something red. Yep. What? Eh? Oh, that's just the plant directly in front of us. It giving me a bit of a false alarm. Hold on. What is it? No. What is that streak of red? Is that our more aggressive hint? Like, hey, look here. Oh no. It's leading us to that thing that we just found on the ground, that tuft of fur. Let's see where it goes in this direction, though. Not sure we followed it all the way to its source here. No? Huh? Oh yeah, we can go further in this direction than we were going before. Yup. Circle's moving. This trail seems to be leading us somewhere. Hearing something. Wondering if that's it. It probably is. I'm fairly confident. Oh, that's a bear. I think. Yeah. Oh, we're not on Quen. I assumed we were on Quen. We are not on Quen. Bring it on, bear buddy. Hit you in the bum. Ow. Looks like he just roared at us. Didn't actually attack us. Somewhat similar to the story there. I do think he can deal roughly half damage in one hit, so we should be mindful of that. Ooh, like that. Except we also took it out simultaneously. And got some of the food that we just used. Oh, that's the Quen, that's not... Never mind. I thought that Quen symbol was actually the food. I was like, we aren't healing. Don't tell me we're using food when we clearly are not healing. Okay, so still leading us in this direction.
Man's clothes. Shredded, but no sign of blood. Who rips their own clothes off, leaves them in the woods?
A werewolf? Duh. There is a building over there. We might be headed in that direction. If we lose our trail, we might have, but it definitely got us further. Oh, something here. I see that. Don't tell me there isn't something here. I see that. Is that part of the ripped clothes?
Looks like a hunter's quarters.
Yep. Isolated shack. Classic. It's always the lumberjacks. Always. Yeah, we are actually a ways away from town at this point. Okay, let's do some reconnaissance first. There's some artable things over there. There's perhaps a monster in his backyard. Besides that, it seems remarkably normal. Suspicious. Very suspicious. Oh, speaking of which...
Blood's just barely dried. He was dragged here. Wonder where from.
Okay. Well, I mean, you can see that very clearly. We were asking the question, where from, however, which would suggest we ought to backtrack, but I'm not sure that's really necessary at this stage. We could go in the front door, or we could go in here down the secret passageway, which is way cooler, so obviously we're going to go here. Should we read that quest update and see what it tells us? Let's see. Search the werewolf's lair. Yeah, it was pretty clear this was going to be the werewolf's lair. While muddling around the well-shaded village of Blackbow, Geralt happened across a notice. It stated a hunter named Neeland was looking for any help he could get in finding his wife, who had disappeared in the nearby woods a few days earlier. Geralt, already deep in search and rescue vein, decided to help find the woman. Now, it doesn't really tell us. I was wondering if maybe there might be some kind of hint, like, oh, hey, by the way, like, obviously, the actual werewolf is going to be in here. That much is clear. I missed? There we go. Let's... hold on. I think we do have some information about wolves generally. I'm not sure we have werewolves specifically. But let's see what we can learn from wolves. Just the beast oil, which I don't think we currently have. We might have the ability to craft it. But I think we're more or less just going to go in here. Oh. Okay, so admittedly I was not expecting a whole cave underneath his house. That much was a bit unexpected. I was expecting, you know, like maybe a cellar. It is also way too dark in here. Okay, my controller is vibrating. We got the quest update. What did it say? Search the werewolf's lair. Wait for nightfall. Ah, okay. We might be able to loot it of stuff without the werewolf being here at the moment. It is close to nightfall. So, honestly, you might stop in, say hello, in the middle of our looting session. Wolfsbane, that's ironic. Is he gonna stop by? I don't see anything else in there. I'm assuming we're just waiting for the werewolf himself, who is probably like an hour away from showing up. Based on... Oh, wait, no, that's the sun. That's not a moon. I take it back. Oh, but what is this that you are directing us toward? Perhaps this is the werewolf's current location? Or perhaps a location where that bloodstain would have directed us? I think that's just a bear. This is not actually a very big area, this investigation circle. Not currently seeing much of anything. Oh? Oh, no, that's just an herb. I'd say that was definitely outside of the circle, but looked like one of those situations potentially where it would direct us somewhere else after we saw it. I'm really not seeing anything here. Wondering if, like, maybe it's slightly different this time around, and might it be in the tree? One of those trees similar to what we were seeing before? We could investigate and see what this is. Yeah. Definitely certain now that it is a bear. That looks like a big bear. Possibly a bigger bear than the types of bears we've fought in the past. Although, I'm realizing now that that is not the case. One moment, good sir. It's like, which side are you on? I don't even know. It's too late for him to figure out, I'm afraid. This is cool. Although I'm not sure that there's actually anything over here. Besides, nice vistas. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I actually just wanted to look at the map and see if there is anything over here. Is there actually a way to get to those islands? Do they exist, or are they just nice little decorations to throw on the edge of the map? I feel like it might be the latter. Search the werewolf's lair. That is what it's saying. Oh, you know what? I know what it is. The reason why we were seeing the circle show up over here is not because there's anything in this area for us to find. It actually is an elevation change that we're looking for. It is below our feet, because it is the werewolf lair down below us. Okay, so what we should do, I think, is meditate right around here, perhaps. Maybe the werewolf will find us mid-meditation and ambush us. Probably not. I don't know if that's a thing, actually. But it will also allow us to get our other stuff primed and ready to go. This little circle, might this be a location of note? This is also probably something that is what we're supposed to find down below. Oh, and we have seen that. Okay. Now, I waited until dusk. Were we technically supposed to wait a little bit longer than that? Possibly. Possibly. But I think we're about to find out. And now, normal wolves were steel sword enemies. Are werewolves silver sword enemies? I would think they might be. But we shall see. Bring on the spookiness. Werewolf, are you here yet? You're a visitor. We have a rotten cow here. In case we're not familiar, I think you might want to inform your butler to dispose of that cow. It is only going to lead to disease, I'm afraid. It is important to dispose of your waste properly. I feel like we might just want to meditate slightly longer. Perhaps go until midnight? Pretty sure it just said wait until night, not midnight. Wait for nightfall. Yeah, let's wait a little bit longer. What does that say? Does it say dusk or anything like that there? I guess it doesn't really. If we go to midnight, the werewolves gotta be there in midnight, right? Surely. If I were a werewolf, that is when I would be hanging out in my werewolfy lair, right? I suppose... I don't remember when the last time we saved was, but let's drop a save just in case. And we'll... Oh, also, I'm pretty sure we leveled a long time ago, I'm now realizing, and we have not used said skill point, I don't think. Right? Wait, we have 6 points available? What? Does that include points that we've already spent, or do we have 6 new points that we have not spent? I don't know. Let's see. I think I want to see some of the options here in the more miscellaneous branch first, because I thought what I was seeing was that a good option is what? At school techniques, each piece of light armor increases critical hit damage by 25% and fast attack damage by a bit. Griffin School, medium armor. Bear School, it's heavy armor. We do have other mutagens, but we're currently using our strongest one. Signs, combat. Not seeing the thing that I thought I was looking for. Don't know what to make of that. Okay, I think we will, in that case, continue to boost our fast attack on the assumption that eventually we will unlock this, where the chance of landing a fast attack critical hit goes up, and fast attack critical hit damage goes up. Basically, I think we're just going to be investing in our fast attack for a little while. That's our strong attack. I don't really have any interest in doing arrow deflection, I don't think. I'm slowed by additional 15% while aiming crossbow. I mean, aiming the crossbow is a bit of a burdensome task, so that would be a little helpful, but still. Probably not something we want to be prioritizing over other things. And adrenaline point loss upon taking damage is lowered by 20%. I don't know if we have any sources of gaining adrenaline at the moment, so I think we just continue to do this. And it should be already selected, should it not? Upgrade ability. Yes. Yeah, no, we legitimately have 6 points. I don't know where we got all those from. I was assuming you only get 1 per level, but maybe not. That should mean maybe from finishing some quests? Once we get 3 additional points in here, then we'll be able to go with the precise blows, except this is 5 out of 5 at the moment, so we can't even take that any further. So we have no choice but to take some of these other things. Maybe we take some of the strong damage, just to even things out a little bit. Turn ourselves into a well-rounded witcher. Or if we were to deviate a little bit, I feel like... Let's just look at what some of the sign upgrades do. Exploding shield. Coin upgrades. Effective shield that lasts until it has absorbed damage totaling 6% of maximum vitality. Okay, so it's not like you just get hit once and then it automatically goes away. It is actually a defined percentage of your life that the shield absorbs. And if we have the exploding shield, it pushes opponents back when it breaks. And also boosts stamina regeneration in combat? That seems like a nice double whammy there. It's an active shield. Maintaining it and blocking attacks drains stamina. Damage absorbed by the shield restores player vitality. That sounds amazing. And that seems like that's a good match with focusing or with investing fairly heavily in the combat skills as well. As if we're anticipating being up close and personal, using our swords as one of our, well, I mean, obviously, using our swords as one of our primary forms of offense, then having a strong shield to pair with that seems like that would be very significant as well. So I think let's actually spend a few points here. Granted, that does mean... Oh, we have an additional ability slot now. I think we only recently unlocked that. I'm pretty sure that was not available to us previously. So all the more reason to make sure we get another one available to us. This becomes available once we do 5 in this row. Okay. Ooh, I didn't mean to swap it out there, though. Let's make sure we have Gourmet in here. We probably don't need the strong back. We don't. Okay, so that gives us extra life in that case, and what I meant to do was actually upgrade this. So let's fully upgrade it, which means we get pretty serious stamina regeneration, which I think is going to be very helpful. Hopefully, as soon as this fight. Granted, if we were being smart, it would have been more logical to make all of our upgrades, then save, so that if things go awry, we can still have those things to come down here. But I believe, since it is now midnight, we'll find Werewolf. Whoa! Hello, you are behind us! And you have friends. And it's even more intense yodeling music. Except it's not yodeling yet. But it is new music that we have not yet heard. I'm intrigued. Ow. Indeed. It is correct. We should probably throw a Quen on. That's probably something we should have done earlier. There's the knockback effect that we were looking for. We should also probably have some life getting restored and not completely sleeping on the job as I'm watching our stamina get regenerated. We are running at the moment, which is a little bit odd. Now, really, you had to make me lose the Quen there. There we go. Now we're good. Take down your friend. Yeah, keep on losing the Quen to the little wolves, which is not ideal. There we go. Just want to get rid of you, so we can focus on a 1v1 with this guy. There we go. Put that back on. Probably should have dodged out of the way of that. Yes, I know. But not so bad. He is quick. I will give him that. Ow. Is there any significance to the fact that you are currently... Oh, you are healing quite quickly at that. Please do not do that. That is not appreciated. I feel the need to attack you more aggressively now. I agree, Geralt. Simultaneously hitting each other. Yes, you are still regenerating rather quickly. I attempted to dodge away from you, and we both dodged in the same direction. It was a bit odd. Please stop running away and healing. This is not preferable. This is not ideal. And it does make it rather difficult to get sustained damage on you. I feel like we are, you know, perhaps not making any progress here. That timing there, also there. Like right now, for example, I would like to get our Quen back up, but at the same time, if we wait, Werewolf's gonna be on full life by the time we're done, which is not great. So this would be an instance where, yeah, I would assume additional damage would be very helpful. Oh, still don't have Quen up. Still don't have Quen up. Oh, we must still have it up. That's the thing. See, like, we need a sustained set of damage dealing swings here, like this, and basically to just spam it and hope that we have enough of an opportunity to pull that off before he deals back all the damage that we deal, because otherwise we do not have enough damage on our setup unless we start doing other things like Axie or something else. Get other big hits in, possibly, maybe, but that's probably a bad idea given how much damage we just took. I don't feel like we are doing terribly well at this, unfortunately. And yes, this, if I haven't completed this thought yet because I've been interrupted mid-fight, yes, it is not lost on me that by having upgraded gear, like namely a better sword, we might be able to handle this a little more readily. Oh, indeed. Because basically the trouble here, in case it is not totally obvious, is we are dealing, what, like 100, a little over 100 damage per attack. He is healing 50 life per second. So unless we are constantly attacking him, he is going to heal more quickly than we can hit him. Ah, it was just that with our sign up. So I'm actually not sure if we do it. Oh, I dodged out of the way of that first one. He got all clever. Started dodging all my attacks. You're not supposed to do that. I mean, you are, but at the same time, I would prefer if you didn't. So I mean, I don't know if we can actually back out at this point, and this would perhaps be one of those instances where I would say, okay, it is worth going back and making sure that we are ready to fight this guy, because I was assuming that he would be like any random level 7 monster that we fought in the past, and not an actual, totally mechanically different boss, unlike the, I mean, really not even like the Griffin that we fought a while back. Griffin was mostly just a powerful enemy. Looks like he's healing less. He was healing 50. He is now, but for a minute there, he was only healing 25 for a second. If, like, he gets weaker as day comes closer, which is totally wishful thinking, then maybe then it's possible, but that is purely speculative. And somewhat based on how, you know, he disappeared when it was daytime. Ow. Okay, so I am actually kind of interested in seeing if we can flee. Which may not be possible, because we have kind of sort of stepped into the boss arena. Might be point of no return type of thing. Will it let me flee? It appears so. Okay, so you know, point made. We need to upgrade some stuff if we want to fight that guy. Understood. And most what the heck? I ain't touching those. So, most notably, it would seem the things that we might want to upgrade would be a silver weapon and armor. Mostly the silver weapon, because getting enough damage to out-damage his regen is the chief concern. We weren't taking a ton of damage there. Not so concerned about that. It's mostly just that I had to dodge fairly frequently in order to avoid getting walloped. I don't actually know if we're technically headed back at this point, or if this is an entirely different direction. I think it's an entirely different direction. It is an entirely different direction. Let's go back to Blackbow, and we'll see if we can either buy a nice silver sword. Oh, we did, didn't we? We got the. Oh, didn't we? We got the Viper School sword of some variety. We did. Is it silver? It is silver. Oh, hold on. We have that very weapon that we were just talking about. So I apologize if you were screaming at me like, Lids, how dare you not unveil that? Well, now I remember. Here it is. So maybe, I mean, it's not a huge damage upgrade, but it is a damage upgrade. It does have a free rune slot as well. And it might be worth... I mean, I don't know if we need to have a craftsman put that in for us, or if we can do that ourselves. Armor piercing, chance to cause bleeding, chance to stagger, adrenaline point, chance to poison, lower chance to poison, chance to freeze. We have a lot of those. I was also wondering previously if it was possible to trade 3 of a kind, like 3 of a lesser, into greater, or whatever comes in between those two things. And I didn't see that being the case, just by looking at our crafting screen. Although, the other thing that we could do would be get ourselves a beast oil, or is this the enhanced beast oil? Okay, I just want a normal beast oil, because that would be another way, presumably, to give ourselves some damage. I'm not seeing a normal beast oil right now. I'm just seeing superior and enhanced. And it looks like one of the ingredients you need in order to enhance it or make it superior is the base beast oil. So okay, crafting. Now these things I'm pretty sure we would need to go to a vendor, get ourselves set up with. This be worthwhile? That definitely not. Okay, let's try with that new silver sword and see if that makes enough of a difference. It may not. Oh, I was gonna throw a... Our whole talk was so that we would throw a rune in, and then we didn't throw a rune in. I don't know necessarily what the correct answer is, but let's just do something that we have a lot of, so that we're not at risk of potentially wasting something good. 2% stun chance seems like, well, I mean, 2% is not very much. I don't know. But we have the most of these stuns and freeze ones. We have more of the stuns. Let's use that. Okay, so we can do it ourselves. That's nice. So now we're looking at what was a small damage upgrade and a small chance to stun and poison. Oh, maybe it would have made sense to throw one of the poison runes in to double up on poison chance. But let's give that a shot. And see if it is enough of a difference maker. It may not be, in which case maybe armor becomes next on our list, but it may just be that, like I was kind of saying before, we might have invested in a weapon that is not that much of an upgrade and therefore is not terribly worthwhile, so I am probably going to save here. Probably should have saved directly before going into the werewolf fight earlier. Is he still here, or is it too daytimey? It might be too daytimey. Also, I'm going to loot your friends. Are you still here? I think I hear you. Yep. You are still here. What's up, dude? Our sword is shiny now. So you should totally fear it. I have not been looking terribly closely at how much damage it's doing relative to what we were doing before. I do see that at least for a moment there, he was taking damage over time, seemingly. It must have been the poison, which might be a way to counter his healing to a certain extent. Looks like it's 37 damage on the poison, maybe not all the time, but roughly that much, which is not quite as much as what he would heal for. I should be healing. I mean, harding, right? Or not harding, wedding. You're not getting completely distracted here. Yeah, so he is healing now. But actually, appears as though that was it. Big difference.
No! Stop! Don't harm him!
I figured you might be more involved with this than you were leading us to believe. I mean, it was pretty obvious.
Think we need to talk.
It's Neelan!
Lycanthropy
It
can
is
afflict
Neelan.
anyone,
Yeah,
but it is a
okay.
curse, so sorry, but I have to.
You don't understand. I love him. He was near to being mine till you came along. Go away. Leave us be.
Yeah, you know, see, like, maybe not the best thing for you to be doing, hanging out with a werewolf. I think that it's... I mean, I certainly could be wrong with this, but I'm pretty sure that werewolves do not remember what happened. Like, the werewolf mind and the human mind are two separate things. So, you don't remember what you were doing as a human when you're the werewolf, and you don't remember what you were doing as a werewolf when you're a human. So, for that reason, even if you're friendly with this guy when he's a human, that does not mean that you are safe when he is a werewolf. I think. Maybe. Possibly. Either way, probably just generally not a good idea to be hanging out with werewolves.
Not till I find out what's going on here.
I love him. Always have. Even after I learned his secret.
What is your relation to him supposed to be, though?
You knew?
Oh, okay. Hold on.
You know I shut myself in here to wait out me change?
I knew, and I didn't mind. But you chose Hannah. I wanted her to see you. I wanted her to fear you. She'd not have stayed. And we could be together.
You brought her here. That night. 'Twas the reason I had the taste of blood in me mouth come morn.
I did it for us. She was to see you turn, not more. I didn't want her death. You've got to believe me.
I don't.
Oh.
And I'll kill you willingly.
Oh, that's harsh.
First time for that, in fact.
Please don't do that.
You won't kill anyone, ever again.
Oh, dear.
No! Don't hurt him!
Get out of here before I change my mind. Run.
Innocent person, relatively innocent person, should stay safe. You, however, are a little out of control, buddy. Is he hobbling after her, potentially?
Sorry it had to end this way.
Yeah, I wish it didn't have to. I wish you could have just chilled and, you know, not tried to kill people. But such is the way of things. Alright. And there you go. Turns out the upgraded sword, or at least the new sword, is significantly better.